Well, Greg, first of all, thank you very much for letting us come and do a little bit of an interview on your car, you and your car, actually. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about it. So you said it was imported, right?
Yeah, so I imported the car from Belgium. It's called the Fun Cup, and they have a race over there where about 400-500 Fun Cups are racing on that racetrack in Belgium.
Okay.
And so I imported the car. I also imported the full production molds so I could reproduce this car as many as I wanted.
Okay.
And modified it to be a hill climb car. So I'm using wider tires and a lighter setup than the endurance race.
Gotcha. So speaking of engine a little bit, tell us a little bit about what you got going on there, because that's not a gas engine.
No, it's a TDI.
Okay.
Common rail. So that's the 2016 engine. It has a lot more airflow, high pressure fuel system that's used on all the high horsepower diesel use the common rail technology. So it's just like super high pressure 2000 bar fuel system, turbocharged, and they make, this one runs 35 psi of boost and 2000 bars, and it rips. It's 300 horse, 400 torque.
Okay. Man, and because you said, how much does it weigh as well?
1,600 pounds.
I know I said that earlier, but power to weight ratio on that is just absolutely ridiculous. That's awesome. So,
yeah.
So you said you built it to be a hill climb car. You told me a little bit about the Pike stuff that you had done recently. So tell me a little bit, or tell the viewers of the internet about that a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So Pike is a hill climb race in Colorado. It's the highest altitude race, so it's a challenge on its own to have the car operate at high altitude. There's extra tuning to do, and so our interest is to have the fastest diesel car up the peak. The gasoline has been perfected. The big team, Volkswagen team, went there. It was Peugeot. They went there with a $1 million car gasoline. They made 8 minutes 13. Then the electric Volkswagen went there last year. They made a $10 million car, and they had a 7 minute 50 second. And so all those energies were already kind of overused, over-engineered, and a lot of money invested. But the diesel never anybody got. Mercedes went there 5 years ago and did a 12 minute 30.
Okay.
So it's still affordable for me. It's just a small company that makes this engine. So for me, it's a nice one to shoot for.
Well, cool. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about this, by the way?
Yeah. So we have sponsorship from Braid Rims. It's a Spain company that makes those forged rims. They are supporting us. The Michelin BF Goodrich tires, the slicks, they are the S compound, so they're really sticky. That's helping for the grip. We also have some 600 horsepower CV axles from the drive shaft chop.
Okay.
The transmission is from the Porsche Boxeer with a limited slip from Qualif. So you got good traction on both wheels. We have a Garrett Motion Turbo and the Boxeer ECU. So it's a standalone computer that allows the engine to operate under whatever condition. We also have some additional sensors. So we have EGT, so exhaust gas temperature. We monitor the oil pressure and the turbo speed sensor. So we have a little sensor on the turbo blades that tells us what RPMs is the turbo spinning, and we can make the engine behave based on this. So at a high altitude, we limit the turbo to spin 160,000 RPM.
Okay.
And if it overspeed, we just defuel and we do all kind of adjustments. It's simple. We just use a regular tablet as a dashboard.
Oh, that's cool.
We have race capture, so it's a small module that that transfer all the data from the ECU to the tablet. So I can display everything wireless.
Okay.
Just like all the stuff I need.
Okay. Wow, that's really cool. Is that all just done off of Bluetooth?
Yeah, it's Bluetooth and it's also data logging, so it keeps tracking of all the stuff. I can look at it afterwards. So
Okay.
I have a seat after every race. I have a seat and look at all the parameters, make sure why things happened and
Cool.
yeah.
So this is an awesome car in general. So where can we find your information for your company to? Because you said you want to build more of these to sell, right?
Yeah. So my goal right now is to focus on building more of these.
Mm-hmm.
I have a set price of the body parts to be $6 grand.
Okay.
It will be the whole doors, hood. I mean everything that you see here that's made out of carbon fiberglass or carbon fiber will be $6 grand, and the chassis and the chassis tube will be about the same. So for 12 grand, you could have like a pretty legit roller.
Yeah.
That's designed to race hard, and you can find the company online. It's Boxeer, Boxeer.
Okay.
Also on Instagram, we have the Boxeer account, and Facebook.
Well, Greg, thank you so much for letting us get a look at your car and everything like that.